Click the first link in the description for the best Askreddit content. Today I fucked up by calling my boyfriend daddy in front of my dad. Twice. Maybe this isn't a true fuck up, but it sure as hell made me very uncomfortable. This is the first relationship I have been in where my partner wants me to call him daddy. It started as an only in the bedroom thing, because I felt a little weird saying it at first, but I've gotten more and more comfortable with it over the years, and now it's kind of my pet name for him. He prefers to be called daddy over baby or babe, so that's what I call him. And that basically equates to me saying hey daddy or thanks daddy about 17 times a day. Except when we're around other people, in which case I stick with his first name, or throw in the occasional babe. This is to prevent the discomfort of people around us, namely my family, who absolutely love him, but they certainly don't need to hear weird pet names being flung around. Last night was my dad's girlfriend's birthday, so a few of us got together for dinner at her favorite Irish place. My boyfriend, 34M, and I, 26F, were sitting next to each other at the table, and my dad and his girlfriend were sitting across from us. My younger sister, 22F, and her boyfriend, 27M, were next to me. So we're all chatting and reading the menu, and I'm having a hard time deciding what to order. My boyfriend suggests that we split an order of potato bites. Out of pure habit, I say, okay daddy. It doesn't even register. I say it relatively quietly, and because my boyfriend is a Marine veteran, he has a bit of hearing damage from his time in the service. Sometimes he has a hard time hearing me. I'm used to having to repeat myself with him, so when he says, huh? I say it again, a little louder, okay daddy. At this point I realize that my dad most definitely just heard me call my boyfriend daddy twice. His ears are a nice red color, and his face is buried in his menu. But again, my boyfriend says, huh? Flustered and embarrassed, I respond, okay babe. Hoping that maybe, just maybe, babe would sound enough like daddy to make my dad think that that's what I was saying all along. But babe doesn't sound like daddy. Not even a little. The evening goes on, and I tried to forget, but I'm dead inside. I don't even know what about this makes me so unbelievably uncomfortable, but I don't think I'll ever be able to look my poor dad in the eyes again. Too long didn't read. I called my boyfriend daddy twice while sitting across from my dad at a restaurant, causing extreme embarrassment for both myself and my poor father. Probably should have followed it up with okay, baby, I think that sounds a little closer to daddy, smiley face. Oh, it definitely does. Hindsight is always 2020 Lamau. Sounds like there were two daddies at the table and the first one doesn't want to share his title. I am deceased. Can a lady please explain exactly why the same name your father carries is also necessary to call your sexual partner? I've always wondered why daddy is a thing. Serious question. I call my husband daddy only when talking about him with my daughter. That's about as far as I go with that. Poor dad. I mean, he probably imagined all sorts of things upon hearing it twice. Like confirmation. If you didn't hear it the first time, here it is again pops. I wouldn't even know what to say. The funny thing is my BF didn't even hear it, he only heard me call him babe. I'd if that makes it better or worse lol. You gotta learn to commit and just say Ike daddy real loud for the third time. Today I fucked up by, almost, shutting down the McDonald's completely. This happened few hours ago and I'm still not sure if the McDonald's can open tomorrow morning. It was a normal day at work. If you've ever worked at a busy MCD, you know what a normal day is like. The manager was in a bad mood cause of some arguments with the boss. But everything was going fine. At 12 o'clock, we closed everything and started cleaning. I was almost done so I started helping in cleaning the kitchen. Suddenly I remembered I'd forgotten to clean one of the dustpans, so I asked my friend to do it for me while I was filling water in the bucket. He brought it and placed it right next to me. Me, getting off guard, let go of the water hose and it went on like a fountain, hit the ceilings, and dripped through one of the monitor screens in the kitchen. All of us tried wiping it immediately but all the screens in the kitchens had gone off. After 30 or so minutes of taking off the wires, wiping and connecting, it still didn't work. So we just left it there. We'll have to wait until tomorrow morning to see what happens. TL, doctor, I let go off the water hose, ruining all the monitor screens in the kitchen. Until those are turned on, the MCD will have to be shut down most likely. Edit, update, writing this while I'm on my break at MCD. So clearly I didn't get fired. Apparently only one of the screen had some problem. The others went off just because of the connection. Technician came and repaired it in the morning, so everything was fine. Also, the manager and the boss had a pretty big fight. Not because of this reason, but I'm pretty sure this fueled the argument. Long story short, the manager wants to resign now. Eek. Did you try filling the kitchen with rice? The whole thing? Oh, I know. Use some plexiglass dividers to create a container around the row of monitors. Fill that with rice. Then film the bosses' faces when they come in tomorrow morning. They'll be so sure it's a prank they won't even notice the monitor thing. Let me guess, the ice cream machine is broken too? Unfortunately yes. McFlurry and McSunday works, but shake machine's been broken for more than a week. I've gotten used to people shouting, "Why is the machine always broken?" When I read the title, I thought you pulled the red lever by the grill unit. Wait, what's that? Oops, you McFucked up, smiley face. I'm loving it. Never turn on electronic devices so fast after water damage. Quickly remove the power and let it dry for at least a day. You can cause a short circuit and burn components, which breaks your device. Today I fucked up by building my first gaming PC with a RTX 2070 Super GPU for $550 I ordered 2 weeks ago after finding out the new RTX 3070 drops next month. My title basically says it all. I spent roughly $1,400 on my first ever gaming PC build. I ordered all the parts over a 2-month time period and spent hours of research on putting it together. I coupled it with the Ryzen 3600X, a Corsair 550 SU, and a 450 Max motherboard. I built my PC then shortly after seeing the news that the new series of graphics cards will be released in October. The 3070, which is a lot better than the 2080 Ti, which was sold for $1,200 plus, will be sold for $500. So you can see why I am frustrated. Oh well, I guess I learned my lesson. From now on I'll make sure to do my research before buying obsolete products. I guess I'll save my upgrade for a later date. Too long didn't read. Today I effed up by building a computer with a graphics card that is half the performance of a new graphics card being released next month for the same price if not lower. I did the same thing, although I returned my card to Amazon without a problem, ordering what I want in a few weeks. This happens all the time. It's a never-ending cycle of waiting for the next product to come out, except that the leap in price/performance is a lot bigger this time. 2070 Super is still a good card, but the 3070 at the same price is much better. Your CPU will be outdated next month as well. AMD will introduce their Zen 3 lineup next month. And, Op is already dead, why are you still hitting them? Carrot also doesn't that mean that the motherboard is also outdated cause it won't be compatible with Zen 3? I think you're overestimating the availability of the new graphics, and the old graphics cards will not drop that fast, ha. And the ones that do sell for that low are used. I don't trust someone else's old used KBU. I've always stuck to refurbed, used exactly because people don't generally buy them, so they go for real cheap. Last week I spent $150 on a used 1078 gigabytes. It's fine so far.